first down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And all the way in. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Out to kick is Janikowski. Turn this one as it's you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Simeon. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
To throw after the play fake to Lynch. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Carr now on first down. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Marshawn Lynch. And it's second down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Carr will try it again on second down. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun on third down. Carr. And incomplete here on third down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now Carr. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he motions the wide receiver. On second down, here's Simeon. Being chased out left. Green with a catch left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage.
And he'll take it into... On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 64 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
First down throw, Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, that's the fourth time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
They bring Crabtree in motion right. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. Play clock winding down. Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So the D-line's going to spread out. Toss play to Lynch. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Carr to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. A nice gain of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, Lynch. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Cody Latimer now on the return. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. To throw on second is Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for.
Yeah!